Developing now in Florida, a court hearing is underway involving the classified documents found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. MSNBC legal contributor Katie Phang joins us now from outside the courthouse in Fort Pierce. Katie, what can you tell us about this hearing, which is going on right now?
So there's about 100 supporters of Donald Trump at the back of this federal courthouse in Fort Pierce. Why are they in the back and not the front? Well, there was a caravan of SUVs. Supporters were thrilled to see Donald Trump arrive at the courthouse. Now, I don't know how exciting it's going to be because nobody is allowed inside the courthouse hearing themselves. These are closed ex parte hearings. Mika, what that means is the defense, beginning at 9:30 this morning, meets with Judge Aileen Cannon to be able to discuss their theories of their defenses in this case. Notably, Walt Nauta and Carlos de Oliveira, the other co-defendants of Donald Trump, are not present. Now, Donald Trump is not expected to say anything, but think about how unusual this is for a criminal defendant to be able to sit in a closed setting with his judge that is presiding over his criminal case with his lawyers present. The government is not allowed to be present, but this afternoon, beginning at 3 o'clock, the government returns to be able to explain to Judge Aileen Cannon why she should agree with them to be able to keep certain items of classified information not turned over during the course of discovery to the defense. CIPA, which is the Classified Information Procedures Act, allows for a very strict procedure. Now, what's unusual about what's happening today is exactly what we just said. The fact that Donald Trump would be here attending a hearing with his lawyers and where the defense is having this opportunity to be able to speak to the court about this. But they're looking for more, they being the defense, Mika. The defense actually wants to have access to certain filings that normally they would not get access to. They have filed a motion for access to these filings. And these are really important documents because they include sworn declarations from the intelligence community explaining why each and every item of classified information is top secret, why it is so important to keep it classified. So we're going to have to see at the close of these hearings whether Judge Cannon agrees with the government to keep certain documents either completely away from the defense or to allow redactions or substitutions of that information.
And how long does this do you think these hearings will take?
So today it's been slotted to have the defense go from 9:30 to 2 o'clock if they take that long. But then the government returns from 3 to 5. The government began its side of this process on January 31st for 3 hours when they met with Judge Cannon. And then we should have a ruling thereafter. I will also remind our viewers that there is a process under the CIPA section that allows for an immediate appeal if the government does not agree with what Judge Cannon rules.
All right, Katie Phang, thank you very much. And we'll be watching The Katie Phang Show Saturdays at noon Eastern right here on MSNBC.